iPad has always been that device that I consume media, browse the web, and do simple tasks that didn't require a keyboard. Whenever I required a keyboard, I would have to use my wife's laptop, or I would come down to the basement, come to the back of the house into this office, and use my desktop. I've never found that device that brought together the iPad and a laptop into a tablet-like experience. And I think I found that device. This is the Magic Keyboard for the iPad Pro. It is a full QWERTY-sized keyboard with a trackpad that blends a laptop and an iPad together, but still keeping it a tablet-like experience. But is this the right device for you and your iPad? Well, let's find out. At over 700 grams for the case alone, Featherlight is not in its MO. Seeing as the iPad is in and around, I believe, 650 grams, the case has to weigh more than the iPad, or else it would just constantly topple over while on your lap or any flat surface when you go to touch the screen. So being heavier makes this usable on your lap or a flat surface. Something that I didn't expect, but is a nice feature, is when using the keyboard and actually tilting it to its full 130 degrees, it actually brings the display closer to your eyes. Whereas when using a laptop, the hinge is actually at the bottom of the screen, so it doesn't technically bring the screen closer to your face. Nice added bonus. Wasn't expecting that. But something that this case doesn't have is range of motion. Literally, you get between 90 degrees and 130 degrees, and that's it. The only other option is to have it flat when you are lying flat, and it gives you a somewhat of a viewable experience using it that way. But it is very easy to detach and take this to go. And same when attaching it to the case. Attach and go. Typing on this keyboard is a great experience. I'm glad that Apple went with the scissors style keyboard rather than the butterfly style. I've used a butterfly style once in my life, and I didn't like it then, and I don't like it now. I find those keys mushy, so I'm very happy that they went with they went with a scissors style keyboard. Now I have the smaller version, the 11-inch iPad, so my keys are a little closer together, I guess you would say. But for any small to medium type projects, I've had no hassles. I haven't done any 2,000 to 5,000 word, essays or scripts or anything like that, so I can't give my 2 cents on that. Now this keyboard is backlit, which is a nice plus, especially when typing at night. I know Apple is one of the companies that you expect to leave out, features like that, but it's definitely in here. The keyboard actually uses the iPad's battery, and as well as the light sensor on the iPad as well. It would have been nice to have proximity to light up the keyboard, so you didn't have to actually, touch the keyboard or touch the iPad, wake it up, or touch a key to wake up the keyboard. But it's backlit, and we'll take what we can get. Now, I'm not a Mac user, so the shortcuts with the command keys I'm not locked into. I've seen a lot of the command Q and whatnot. That's not here, so not a big thing for me. I'm a Windows user, as you can see. Alt Tab works. If you actually hold the command key on the home screen or within an app, it will actually bring up a little menu and show you all the available commands that you can use within the app. If it doesn't support it, then you just won't see the window at all and nothing will show up. The trackpad supports gestures, so 2-finger scrolling, pinch to zoom, side swiping, everything like that. All the bare minimum gestures are accepted. Some nice bonuses actually are from middle to top right will bring down your control center, middle to top left will bring down your notification center. So those are ones I just recently learned, as well as if you're on the lock screen or your home screen, and 2 fingers to the right will actually bring you your today view. So if you're a widget user that you haven't brought onto your home screen, you like to keep your widgets there, it's an easy way to come in and come out. If you're checking batteries, that's the way I use it. If you have your watch, AirPods, anything like that connected, it's a quick little glance over to check batteries and back again and get on with your task. So there's nothing actually physically clasping onto the iPad here. There's just very strong magnets around the edges here, but it's super easy to remove the iPad. And myself, I picked up a similar style folio case. This one I got on Amazon for about 25 bucks. It's almost identical to the actual Apple folio case. So uses magnets. The one nice bonus is it actually has a latch for the pencil. So when you put the pencil in there, it actually holds it in place, and when the pencil's not there, it actually clasps onto the iPad quite firmly. So it's not going anywhere. And then when I'm done, same way, just unclasp it, bring it back, set it in, and away we go. So the case also features a built-in USB-C power pass-through, which charges the iPads through the smart connector in the back of the iPad. So data pass-through isn't supported, which is kind of a bummer because I wish they did at least audio pass-through. Would have been nice so that you didn't have to put the audio USB adapter over here, but you know what? You can charge it here, have it here. It's not that big a deal. But a nice little added bonus is you can leave this case on my desk, have the case plugged in, and use the keyboard as like a charging dock for it. So something like a wireless charger for your iPhone. You simply just take your iPad, go with it when you want to do something, come back when you're done with this, don't need it for the rest of the night, pop it in, now it's charging. So now a couple gripes about the keyboard. There are no function keys on the keyboard, so there's nothing above the number pad. There's no play, pause, there's no volume keys or mute key. So if you're actually playing audio in the background, you are stuck to the onboard volume keys up here to turn it down if you need to all of a sudden, or else you literally need to go into the multitasking menu, go back to your Spotify or Apple Music, go into it and pause it that way. Or if you have it as, you know, one of the cards in iOS 15, you can do it that way where you swipe over and it brings up your cards. But yet again, you have to swipe through your apps. A nice, you know, play or pause function key would have been a nice added bonus and something that I really would have used. Second gripe is that there's no escape key. Seeing as I use this as a media consumption device 50-60% of the time that I use this, most of the time that is in full screen video. So having an escape key to get out of that would have been nice. So without it, you are locked into, depending on the app, to exit the video, and that changes on the app. So with YouTube, you have to pinch to bring it down from full screen into, like, you know, window mode or theater mode, and then swipe on to the next video. So I feel like an escape key would just kibosh all of those, and then actually having the escape key would also allow you to go home. If you hit the escape key to, you know, exit the full screen video, hit the escape key again to bring you back to the home screen. Would have been a nice bonus. But there is a remedy for this. You can remap any key on the keyboard to an escape key. It's in the settings. Then last is build quality. Now this is made out of the silicone exterior. It does have the microfiber on the inside of the iPad, so I'm not worried about it scratching the back of the device at all. But seeing as how you're going to put this and take this out of a bag 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 times a day, if you're traveling to different spots every day, 2-3 years, you know, that's 1,000 or more times you're taking it out of a bag. And I just don't know if these corners or edges are going to hold up. I'm hopeful, because this is the first accessory for the iPad that I've invested in, and Apple usually doesn't let me down in quality. So I'm hopeful, but only time will tell. Now, a lot of people would say that the weight of both these devices together is a downside, the thickness, or even the cost. Compared to a MacBook Air, it is heavier, it is thicker, and it is more expensive. But a laptop is not what I want or need. So if a laptop's what you need, maybe go that way. But me, I wanted a tablet experience expanded into more of a, or have the ability to be a laptop experience. And this Magic Keyboard does that for me. So I hope I've helped you a little bit in making your decision. As this device is not cheap, Like I said, it's $299 for the 11-inch and $349 for the 12.9-inch. So it is definitely an investment. So I hope I've made that decision easier for you. Let me know down in the comments whether or not you picked one up, or if you didn't, tell me why. And if I missed a certain topic, whether you like it or dislike it, let me know down below. I'm interested to see feedback on this and see where people stand on it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.